the destination for the Bulls. A pair of players who can take over a game on a moment's notice. The points will come in bunches for Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen as they await tip-off against the Knicks. Bulls, Knicks, tip-off right after this. For tuning in this Sunday evening.
Hey Kevin, if you'll allow a DC kid to be a little parochial right now.
Great stuff as always, DA, thanks. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Young and Carter are the big men inside. And Satoransky at the point guard. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Yep. Look for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Bobby Portis comes in for Randall. And Junior subbed in for Maurice Harkins. Then for the Bulls, Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Young. Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Kobe White in for Satoransky. On the free throw, no good.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
LaVine, they get it back, and stolen by Valentine. That gives them the lead. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks, trailing by 2. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor, or you're going to struggle.
Reason why, that opens up driving lanes, makes it dangerous for teams to W in the post. The offense becomes more dynamic.
White dishes to Valentine. Here's Carter. The rebound by Gibson.
And he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Lets a floater go, and it's White missing.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Here's Portis, takes it off the glass. Now it's a 4-point New York lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 basketballs.
And White kicks to LaVine. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
See, now he wants to... Okay.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
So for the Knicks, Damian Dotson comes in for Barrett, and Frank Ntilikina is subbed in for Elfrid Payton.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
LaVine looking around. Carter the pass to White. Good shot on the way, and it's good off the back rim and in.
White can hit you with the step back, the catch and shoot, the runner, and everything else.
Junior with it, now defended by Markkanen. And it's Junior missing. Chicago trailing here.
And with Lauri Markkanen, the former 7th pick in the draft, you like him best when he's aggressive and looking for his own shot.
You're right, Greg. I like angry Lauri Markkanen because he's dangerous when he has that type of mindset. He needs to have that mentality of a #1 option, even if he's not one. That's when he's the most impactful on the floor.
Bulls making a switch here. Dunn's checked in.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Here's Kennedy. Not wasting any time in taking the shot and knocking it down. Junior's got 6 points. 1:15 left to play in the first. Dunn outside. He checked it by Kennedy, and he recovers it. Carter kicks to White. And here's Valentine for 3. It's rebounded by New York. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Bulls trail by 6. Outside, White. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Look at Kobe White attack and adjusted to contact. Beautiful play.
27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Dunn dishes to Markkanen. Out to White. Now here's Valentine. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto. And now the Knicks on the break. Junior with the ball. Here's Dotson. Bangs on the trifecta. And now a 9-point Knicks lead. And so it's the New York Knicks in control with the 9-point lead in the fourth. They're playing a cruising game inside. And it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. Recently, we had a chance.
Oh, to answer, Jamal, right? Yeah, he commented on one of my gameplays the other day. To answer your question, Cobb is an 80 overall, surprisingly.
To speak
So,
with
yeah.
RJ Barrett about what was a try. New group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Carter, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Porter comes in for Valentine. Zach Levine's checked in for White. And Zedoransky subbed in for Dunn. Barrett and Randall are in the forward position. Junior's out there with Payton, and it's Robinson in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the 5 for New York right now. Kick out to Levine. Just 4 to shoot. There's Zedoransky, and the Bulls with another miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Kennedy passes to Robinson. Stolen by Carter.
Yeah, that's my fault. Shit, that's my fault.
And here is Zedoransky. He has 7. Young left side. There's the feed to Carter. Porter with it. Now defended by Randall. There's Zedoransky. He doesn't hit that one. So New York will take it the other way. Kennedy passes to Randall. That's good.
Yeah,
That's the number 5 on a 5 for 8-night shooting.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. With the stoppage last season, the Bulls still became center stage. After the release of the documentary, The Last Dance, which covered their 6 titles with Michael Jordan in 8 seasons. There was record viewership, including most NBA players tuning in. Dynasties like those never lose their luster. Kevin?
Well said, D.A. Thanks.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Zedoransky kicks to Levine. Carter, the pass to Zedoransky. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to Toronto. The pass to Randall. Carter pulls it in.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Now, here's Junior. Guarded by Levine. Junior dishes to Robinson. Now, here's Junior. Tight defense out.
There we go.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Pittman's got 5 points now this quarter.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
Carter outside. Outside Levine. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Levine's got 19 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And that one's good, Junior. Here's Sotoranski. Last time, 14 points for him. And Carter now, top of the key. Passes to Porter. No good. And New York the other way now. And this game is done. They'll be off to Orlando and take on the Magic. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And he takes it in for the layup.
I don't know.
Nice feed.
Like a spinning.
Porter's got 6 points.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, and he's found a little rhythm here.
Junior kicks to Robinson. Here's Kennedy. He can't hit that top. Nice D from Levine. Porter in the corner. Hits the jumper in space. He's got 8.
Off the catch, that's when I feel like Porter is most in rhythm with his shot.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Denzel Valentine comes in for Porter. White, he's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Sotoranski.
Big guy with a high release. Bobby Portis can get a clean look from mid-range almost any time he wants.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Dunn is out there with White. And it's Valentine at the small forward position. White looking around. Shot clock at 5. And it goes on the bounds. That one off Gibson.
Gibson is in there to get dirty on defense. His shot blocking is exceptional. Can't be careless around him.
Here's Markkanen. Just 2 to shoot. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net. Here's Dotson. Rebound by the Bulls. White, wide open, he fires. And he's good on the 3-ball. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Kobe White making it rain from distance. Woo-wee.
The thing that really separates White is the quickness. Whether it's with the ball in his hands or running off screens, he's very difficult to stay connected.
Hits it from 3-point range.
Beautiful by Bobby Portis. Catches in the rhythm. We know about the confidence he has.
They get a hand on it. Dunn passes to Carter. Here's Kennedy.
Now
On
one.
the shot now. Point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for Damian Dotson. And the Bulls making a change also. Young's checked in for Carter.
Challenging at the rim, that's where Dunn's most dangerous because he can use those hops.
Out with it. He's got 12. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And last year, Greg, we saw White get more comfortable in the offense as the season went on.
You know, more scorer than a playmaker at this point. Drafted 7th overall because he has the potential to do both. And if he can add strength and cut back on the turnovers, he's going to be a very good player for a long time.
Clock at 6. And here's Valentine for 3. Doesn't go for him. And New York will come the other way.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they dug this hole.
Puts it up. Rebound by the Bulls.
I'm trying to get the
Pass to White. Here's Markkanen, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against New York.
You know, he's exceptionally focused, well liked by his teammates. Markkanen looks to be a centerpiece for the future.
And last season for Markkanen didn't really go as planned. Ray, we know he suffered some injuries and had a hard time establishing his role.
Yeah, both the scoring and rebounding were down. And this is happening sometimes with a new coach and a new system. But one thing's for sure, the talent is there. Markkanen is still very young and has a tremendous upside.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And 79% from the line a season ago, pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach LaVine trade a few years ago. You know, Gene, what's interesting about Dunn is he actually played a lot of small forward last season.
How about that? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard. He's only about 6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example of how small ball is affecting every front court position. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Junior kicks to Cobb. Shoots over Markkanen. Another shot. Cobb passes to Robinson. Cobb with it. Markkanen on him. And Cobb the bucket on the assist by Bill. Pittman's got his 5th assist in this one. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. The next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
This is checked in for the Knicks. And Chicago also making a switch. Porter's checked in for Valentine. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And again, no good by Chicago. The Knicks lead by 20. Here's Kennedy. Basket number 8 is all good. He has attempted 12 shots.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Markkanen. 34 seconds left in the third. New York's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Julius Randle's checked in for Cobb. And a change for the Bulls. LaVine's checked in. And Chicago shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Outside, Markkanen. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Kennedy. And Junior throws it down.
What a beautiful look. Randle continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
And LaVine launches it from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And at the end of the third quarter, I think shooting in this one may already have been decided. New York ahead, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
and he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
He's checked in for Chicago. Dunn comes in for White. Knocks out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Junior. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Dotson in at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Dotson in the corner. To the inside, just 5 to shoot, and it's in there. 22 points for Junior.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. That one falls.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Dunn kicks to Harrison. The pass to Gaffney. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He's off on the first.
At the line.
And he's 6 the second. Greg, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now. And there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage at play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a leader guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in essence, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man. And these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Junior.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
And Junior throws it down.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And that'll be 2 free throws. Coming up, officials on the call with the foul.
For a lead guard, Dunn's the perfect storm inside. Long, strong, and athletic.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 37 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Junior dishes to Gibson. Overdone. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
An impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Here's Gafford, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Taj Gibson picks one up. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now, Junior. High post shot. Missed. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.